Hey guys, it's your girl Ayesha, and today I'm going to show you how I made these worry stone pendants from the June Sophie and Toffee Elves box. And I'm also going to be showing you 5 ways to colour resin. Now, of course, there are more than 5 ways to colour resin, but today I figured that I would show you these. So the first one is pigments. Now the one that I'm going to be using here is actually a transparent pigment dye, and it's from a very old Sophie and Toffee box. And what I like about these is that, of course, they are pretty much see-through. So what I would advise is that you just start with 1 drop first and then add some more if you need to, because obviously if you add too much, then you might not get the transparency that you desire. I wanted mine to be a little bit on the opaque side, but a little bit transparent as well. So I suppose translucent. But I'm really happy with this beautiful shade of pink, and also it smells really, really nice as well because I used the scented resin that came in the Sophie and Toffee box. Next is cellophane flakes. Now these come in different sizes, different shapes. They even come in strip form as well, so you can cut them however you desire. They usually have quite an iridescent hue to them, and when you mix up the different sizes, it just adds a lot of depth to your piece. So yeah, I would highly recommend trying this out. I actually don't do this enough, but it looks really, really pretty. Now, the thing with these flakes is that they are quite heavy in terms of, like, you know, being a bit denser than resin. So they will tend to sink to the bottom. So I would advise you to go in afterwards and just add some more to the back of your piece, just so that you get a nice even coverage. And make sure, of course, that your resin is covering all of it, so it's, you know, nice and evenly coated. So next we have cellophane's cousin, glitter. Now, even though this is my favorite way to color resin, there is such a thing as too much glitter. Now, I don't mean in terms of looking too sparkly. What I mean is if you have too much glitter to the amount of resin, then it's just not going to cure properly at all. You need to make sure that you have enough of the resin to cover all of the glitter that you're chucking in there. Next, we have glow-in-the-dark and translucent powders. Now, glow-in-the-dark powders aren't always the color that they actually glow. So as you can see, this white powder here, it glows blue, but it's white. So we need to tint that if we want it to actually show up as blue in the daytime. So I like to use translucent powders for this. As you can see here, this clearly isn't enough. So I'm going to add in a little bit more, just so that I get a nice rich blue, so that during the day it's nice and blue, and at nighttime it will be nice and bright. Last but not least, we have mica powders. I'm still not sure if it's pronounced mica or mica, you know, it's up to you. Now, there are a couple different ways that you can use these. You can actually just use a like a brush or like an eyeshadow applicator to actually rub it into the mold and get a nice sheen on it that way. Or alternatively, you can, of course, add little bits to resin. I stress a little bit at a time to your resin and mix it up. I cannot stress to you enough that the tiniest bit goes the longest way, so make sure that you do take your time with that. But the end result is absolutely beautiful. Well, after that rather satisfying demolding session, it's now time to turn them into pendants. So the first thing that I'm doing is I'm just sanding off the back of it because there is a little bit of a lip on the back of each of these. So I'm using, I think this is pretty much my new favorite tool actually. I got it on Amazon. It comes with lots of different heads on it. So you can have like a drill or a buffer or a little sanding cylinder. And so I'm just literally just like filing that down. I give it a little quick rub with some rubbing alcohol as well, just to clear off any of the debris. And I'm now using the Sophie and Toffee UV varnish sealer. We did get a little taster of this in one of the boxes, but they do it in a large size as well, which is brilliant. So yeah, I just added that to the back and added a little bail on there, cured that, and there we have it. Also, make sure that you do cure it both sides because of course UV light can't go through metal, so you need to make sure you're curing it on both sides, but you guys already knew that. How gorgeous are these? So now what I've done is I've looped a little jump ring onto each one and a little lobster clasp so that I can hook it onto my little choker here. Who remembers these chokers from back in the 90s? Oh my goodness. But it means that I can just change them depending on whatever it is that I'm wearing. I'm actually wearing one right now. I'm wearing the purple one and I absolutely love it. And the pink one is probably my favorite because of the way that it smells. It's absolutely gorgeous. If you enjoyed this video and if you found it helpful, then please do share it with one of your friends. And of course, don't forget to subscribe so that you don't miss the next one. Take care, my darlings, and I'll see you all soon. Bye.